All right. Good morning. Happy Saturday. My name is Catie, and I am so excited to be here with you wherever you are, whatever time of day it is for you. Today we are going to be doing a all levels gratitude flow. So really holding the intention of gratitude or the affirmation of I am grateful today for ourselves, for creating this time in our schedule, for showing up and doing something awesome for our well-being and our mental health. So I invite you to set yourself up where you have some space. If you like to incorporate props in your practice, I do have a few blocks that I like to use in mine. So I invite you, if you have blocks or a box or cans, really anything that helps to feel supported and bring the ground up to you. So I invite you to grab anything of that nature, and we will go ahead and get started. So this morning we are going to start seated, and then we are going to slowly work our way up to one standing posture, and then we'll work our way back down to seated and end on our backs for Shavasana. So like I said, this morning we are going to start seated, and I invite you to find a comfortable seated position for you, whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like. And I'm going to come back on my mat and I will demo everything this morning. So let's get started. So finding a comfortable seat for you this morning, I really like easy seated pose. You can really find anything that best serves and supports your body this morning. And just take a moment to look around your space and really just orient yourself here. So see what you see. Maybe if you hear anything. And just allow yourself to get present to this space so that you can really tune into your body and what you're feeling this morning. And when you feel oriented and if you feel comfortable, if you would like, you can close your eyes or you can soften your gaze to a non-moving point in front of you, whether that's on a wall or even the ground. And just take a moment to feel how you are showing up this morning. So physically in your body, notice if you're holding any tension anywhere, or if this morning you woke up and you feel awesome. Either one is not different, or excuse me, either one is not good or bad, just different. And then take a moment to bring your awareness to your breath. So just notice how you are breathing this morning. And then I invite you to find a breathing pattern that best serves you this morning. So that can be inhales and exhales through your nose, or that can be inhales through your nose and exhales through your mouth. And something else that you can just notice this morning is if you are feeling your breath in your belly or your breath in your chest. And again, one or the other is not good or bad. Just notice where you are breathing this morning. And just know that breath is a tool that you can create on your mat throughout your practice, and something that can come off your mat into the rest of your day, rest of your weekend. And then call to mind your intention. So this morning, really putting into our space of gratitude or gratefulness for showing up exactly as we are and exactly as we are not. Working to not place judgment or criticism. Just allow to just be. Inhale, fill with your intention. Exhale, breathe out your intention. All right, you can choose to stay here, or if it feels okay, you can begin with a few hip circles. So start in either direction that feels best in your body. It can be your favorite direction if you have a favorite. And here, just notice and feel your sits bones in the ground. So as you move, still working to have that element of grounding right here. Your movements can be slow or fast. Your circles can be big or small, just taking an opportunity to create this practice for yourself. On this side, take 2 more rounds of breath. And when you are complete with your 2, take your hip circles the opposite direction. And here's another opportunity to just notice how this side feels, or any movement that may be different. And again, just working to have that element of grounding through our sits bones into the ground or into our mat. Inhale. Exhale. I invite you to take 2 more rounds on this side. And when you are complete, you can make your way back through seated. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow here. So on your inhale, press your chest forward, take your gaze up. On your exhale, puff up through your back, bring your gaze toward your belly button. Inhale for cow, take your gaze up. Exhale, puff up through your back for cat. And I invite you to continue to move between cat and cow with your own breath, knowing that you do not have to match my movements. Connect your movement with your breath. Take 1 more round of cat-cow wherever you are. And come back to center when you feel complete. All right, we're gonna move through a few arms variations and just continuing to warm up our body here. On your inhale, take your arms up to the ceiling any amount. On your exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. And just move with your breath here on your inhales and your exhales. I have 2 cats and they may be walking through with us this morning. Really working to create length in our spine. So press the crown of your head high to the ceiling or the sky above you. All right, 1 more round. Inhale, exhale. This time on your inhale, take your right hand high. You can always bring your left hand down to the floor beside you. And you can choose to stay here or take your right hand over to the left any amount. So here, working to make sure our left sit bone is still grounded, so we're not lifting up to really get a stretch. And this doesn't have to be a super big movement. It can just be whatever feels best for you this morning. Inhale. On your exhale, come back through center, and you can switch sides. Take your left hand up to the ceiling or sky. And if it feels okay, you can take your left hand over to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back through center. We'll do a few more of these mountain arms. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. And again, just find your movement with your breath. And just know that any movement that feels best for you this morning. If movement doesn't feel good, that is perfectly fine. You can just find a comfortable seated position here. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, take your right hand to your left knee. Place your left hand behind you for a gentle twist. So here, not working to force any part of this twist. Just finding the sensation that feels best for you. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, we'll switch sides. Take your left hand to your right knee. Place your right hand behind you. So continuing to sit up nice and tall, creating a long spine. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back through center. One final time. Inhale, take both arms up. And on your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Now I invite you to just take a moment to check in with your body and your mind. And just notice how you feel moving with breath. And I invite you to call to mind your intention once again. Whether that's the word gratitude, the affirmation, I am grateful, or something else that supports your practice this morning. I invite you to recommit to this intention for the remainder of your practice. Inhale, fill with your intention. Exhale, breathe out your intention. All right, making our way to tabletop this morning. I invite you, if you need a little bit extra, you can grab a blanket or you can even roll up your mat for some extra support under your knees. Here, let's set ourselves up for success this morning. So shoulders stacked right over our wrists, hips stacked right over our knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked this morning. We'll take a few rounds of bird dog. So here, press into your hands. Press your right leg long back behind you. And so really activate your right foot as if you are making a footprint on the wall behind you. You can choose to stay here or take your left hand forward. Here, bring your attention to your core. Pull your belly button toward your spine. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. We'll take this on the other side. I invite you, if you are experiencing any wrist pain this morning, you can always come down to your forearms for a little extra support. All right, press your left leg long back behind you. Again, strong here, strong legs. And you can choose to stay here or take your right hand forward. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. We'll do that each side one more time. Right leg long, left arm long. If you would like to take a few crunches here, that's totally fine. Inhale. Exhale, you can bring your elbow to your knee, hug in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug elbow to knee. Last one, inhale, extend. Exhale, hug in, elbow to knee. And come back through center. Let's try this on the other side. Left leg long, right arm long. You can choose to stay here or 3 bird dog crunches. Inhale. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one, inhale, extend. Exhale, hug elbow to knee. And come back through tabletop. And you can choose to stay here or downward facing dog, tuck your toes. Send your sits bones high. And you can be still, or if you want to, take any movement that feels best for your body this morning. Here in downward facing dog, press into your finger pads and your palms. Melt your heels down toward your mat. Note that they do not have to touch. I know mine never will, and that's just because of my skeletal variation. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale here. On your exhale, step your right foot forward for a lunge. 2 options here. You can keep your left knee lifted, or if you would like, you can drop your left knee down for a low lunge. Always the option to add some extra support under your knee. And then you can take any arm variation, hands planted to frame your right foot. Both hands to your knee, or both hands up to the ceiling. So here, working to press our right knee toward our right pinky toe so that we can see our right big toe. Again, working to stack ourselves up for success. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Drop your left hand down, reach your right hand high. Always a great opportunity for a block or other support under your left hand for a little bit of extra space. Spread your fingers out wide, engage your entire hand here. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back through your lunge. Make your way to downward facing dog or tabletop. Second opportunity, let's try this on the other side. Step your left foot forward for a lunge, high or low this morning. And then know that the opportunity on this side doesn't necessarily mean that you do the same thing as you did on the other side. Just find what feels best for you this morning. Here again, bring your attention to your core. Lift the front of your pelvis as your tailbone descends. So we don't want a big arch in our back. We really want to stack up. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Drop your right hand down, reach your left hand high. I really do love a block here on any setting under my right hand. Just allows the ground to come up to me a little bit more. You can take your gaze up to your lifted hand or down toward your grounded hand, whichever best supports your neck this morning. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back through your lunge. Step back to your downward facing dog or to tabletop. Inhale. On your exhale, you can step, hop, or float to your feet. Feet at the top of your mat. You can keep your feet hips width distance or even take them as wide as your mat. Take a forward fold here. Several options if you would like. You can grab opposite elbow, or a personal favorite is to interlace your fingers behind your neck. And really press down into your feet, lift your toes. Inhale. Exhale. Soften all of your joints. Bring water to the back of your knees. Inhale. Exhale, release if you took any sort of bind. Begin to bring your feet to meet in the middle of your mat. And one vertebrae at a time, as slow as you can, rise to standing. Your head comes up last. Come into extended mountain pose. Take your hands up to the ceiling or the sky. Drop your shoulders down and away from your ears. We'll do a wrist stretch here, so I'll turn to the side so my words make sense with my movements. So here with both arms above you, take your right hand around your left wrist. Reach to the right, press your hips to the left. And so again, as we did seated, take this movement or this stretch as little or as much as you would like to. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Take your left hand around your right wrist, reach up, and then over to the left, press your hips to the right. Feel your feet grounded into your mat, into the floor. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. And bring your hands to heart center. And again, another opportunity to begin again, to recommit to our intention, to continue to move with gratitude for our bodies and our minds this morning. All right, we have made it to our one standing posture today. So we are going to take tree pose. So many different variations in tree pose, and I invite you to take what best serves your body this morning. So starting on our right foot, bring your left foot anywhere on the inside of your right leg. So that can be at your ankle for a kickstand, that can be up to your calf, or even up to your inner thigh. My personal favorite is kickstand, just to offer myself a little bit of extra support. And here, feel your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound, and the center of your heel grounded through your right foot. You can choose to keep your arms or your hands at heart center, or you can grow your tree. So what does that look like for you today, wherever you are? And just know that you can feel grounded here, strong like a tree. And of course, trees don't stay still, so you can bring some movement if that feels good. And I invite you to just be in exploration here. And it's okay if you fall out. Come right back in with no judgment. It's really hard because I know that if I stick tree, I'm like, yes, I did it. And what's the fun of it being perfect? So get messy. If you want, you can close your eyes. Play with balance. Woo. All right, wherever you are, take one more inhale. Exhale, come back through center. And switch sides. All right, coming on to our left leg. Again, bring your right foot anywhere on the inside of your left leg. You can start with hands at heart center, or just create your fullest expression right here. Whatever that looks like for you this morning, whatever that feels like. If you would like, you can close your eyes. Opportunity to get messy here. To be in equanimity, the art of meeting life as it meets you. So especially in balance, we get messy, we get thrown off our track. And where do you see that in your everyday life? And where can you notice and come back to a feeling of grounded? Awesome job. Wherever you are is perfect, right here, right now. Breathe in. On your exhale, come back through center. Go ahead and shake out your legs. And when you are ready, you can make your way to the top of your mat. On your inhale, extended mountain pose. On your exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your palms into your thighs or your shins. Create a long spine here. Press the crown of your head forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, extended mountain pose. Match your movement with breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, plant your hands. Step back, downward facing dog or tabletop. Inhale. Exhale. We are making our way into our pigeon pose. And so pigeon, there are so many different variations. And so I'll offer a few different variations and what to use to support yourself with a block or if you have a pillow near you. So first I'll demonstrate half pigeon and then I'll walk through a reclined half pigeon. So here in half pigeon, bring your right knee to your right elbow, or your right wrist, excuse me, and extend your left leg long back behind you. So here to protect and support our knee, we're not working to force our shin to be parallel. No. Here, an awesome opportunity for a block or a prop at all is to place it under your right knee or your right hip. And from here, you can choose to stay with your heart lifted. If it feels okay, you can begin to fold forward, coming onto your forearms or even your forehead down to your mat. If this just doesn't feel very supportive for your body this morning, there is a reclined variation. So here you can come onto your back, cross your right ankle over your left knee. If you would like, you can reach for the back of your left leg. So either one is an opportunity to take pigeon exactly as you are. And so I invite you to set yourself up for success here and to keep in mind your intention of gratitude. You decided to show up this morning or this afternoon, this evening, and be really intentional with your time for yourself. So in any variation of pigeon, I invite you to reconnect with your breath. To find space that you can allow your breath to support you. Inhale. Exhale. I I invite you here to take 5 more rounds of your breath. And once you have finished your 5, if you're in half pigeon, you can make your way through downward facing dog to the other side. If you're reclined half pigeon, just go ahead and switch. So cross your left ankle over your right knee. This time, reach for the back of your right leg. And if you are in half pigeon, bring your left knee toward your left wrist and extend your right leg long back behind you. So here, if you would like that extra support, you can take your block or your prop under your left hip. You can choose to stay with your heart lifted, or you can fold forward to your forearms or your forehead down to your mat or the ground. And just like the other side, I invite you to make space for your breath here. To use breath as a tool to notice sensations in your body, an opportunity to relax with what is. And if you're feeling any sort of pain, make your way out of this posture. Right here, take 5 more rounds of your breath. When you are finished with your 5th exhale, make your way any way that feels best for you. Make your way to seated. So here, coming into a few seated postures. Starting with our seated forward fold, take both legs out long in front of you. And here is an option to have a big bend or a small bend in your knees. If it feels okay on your inhale, reach high. On your exhale, fold forward. And your hands can land on your toes or along any part of your leg. If you have a prop like a strap or a necktie or even a towel, you can use that to create a little bit of extra space. So here, if you notice, I have a big bend in my knees, and this feels pretty supportive because I can always put a block under my knees. So finding what feels best for you this morning. With your inhales, lengthen your spine. On your exhales, fold forward any amount. And for me, especially in folds, it's an opportunity to acknowledge myself as I am showing up. So every day for me in my practice is different. Some days I feel really great. Other days I feel really tight. And so it's an opportunity to not place judgment or criticize, just acknowledge that every single day is different. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale here. On your exhale, slowly make your way back to seated. Keep your right leg long. Bring your left foot on the inside of your right leg. So it can be above or below your knee. Root down through both sits bones. Create a long spine here. On your inhale, you can reach high. On your exhale, fold over your right leg. So again, the opportunity for your hands to land anywhere along your right leg. If you would like to use your strap or other prop to create extra space, that is perfectly welcome here. Really just finding what feels best for your body this morning. Inhale. Exhale, soften where you can, through your joints, through your mind. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale here. On your exhale, come up to seated. And I'll offer a variation of double pigeon. So double pigeon in my body doesn't feel always so great. If you know what double pigeon is and you would like to take that, perfectly fine. But an awesome variation is this. So cross your left ankle over your right knee. So your legs look like the number 4. If you would like a little bit of extra support, you can always place a block or a pillow under your left knee. And then first, sit up tall, press the crown of your head high. And you can choose to stay here or walk your hands forward any amount. And here we really want to make sure that our feet are staying active. So press out through your heels. If you would like, you can take your right palm and place it against the bottom of your left foot. So there's a little bit of action of left foot pressing into right hand and right hand pressing into left foot. Inhale. Exhale. And again, another opportunity to bring your breath inhale. Exhale. If it feels okay, take 2 more rounds of your breath right here. When you are complete, if you used a block, you can remove it. We'll try this combination on the other side. So take your left leg long. Bring your right foot on the inside of your left leg, can be above or below your knee today. Sit up tall, inhale, reach high, lengthen through your spine. On your exhale, fold over your left leg. And so here I invite you to soften through your joints. And just notice where you can bring your intention of gratitude here. For me, this morning, I'm grateful that I could wake up and spend some time on my mat. Spend some time doing something for my mind and my body, my overall well-being. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. Exhale, make your way up to seated, and we'll take our pigeon variation on the other side. Again, if double pigeon is in your practice, you can take that. Here, cross your right ankle over your left knee. If you would like, you can place a block or another prop under your right knee for a little bit of extra support. And again, sit up nice and tall, ground down through your sitting bones. And you can choose to stay here or walk your hands forward any amount. And again, it doesn't have to be some big movement, even just a little fold is perfect. Again, if you'd like that action of pressing your left palm into your right foot, or to make both feet as active as possible. Inhale. Exhale. If it feels okay, you can take 2 more rounds of your breath here. When you are complete, you can make your way back up. And make your way into a wide-legged seated forward fold. So here you can take your feet as far apart or as close together as feels best for your body today. Sure, you have lots of space here. All right, grounding down, sitting tall. You choose to stay with your heart lifted, or you can walk your hands forward any amount. So in my body this morning, I'm noticing that my forward folds aren't as grandiose as other days, and I am still grateful that my body can move into each posture. Being able to relax with what is as I have shown up this morning. And here I invite you to just notice and do the same. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, you can walk your hands over toward your right foot. Any amount. Allow your breath to be your guide here. Inhale. Exhale. If it feels okay, take one more round of your breath here. When you feel complete, you can walk your hands back through center. If you'd like, you can walk them over toward your left foot. Inhale. Exhale. If it feels okay, you can take one more inhale here. Long exhale. All right, you can walk your hands back through center. Make your way back up to seated. We'll come to butterfly. So bring the soles of both of your feet to meet. And here, go ahead and just notice if it feels better for your feet to be farther away from your body or closer to your body today in this moment. So I invite you to drop the expectation of what normally it should look like or feel like, or what maybe you've seen in others' bodies, and just be grateful for yourself here as you are showing up. And two options: you can choose to stay with your heart lifted, or if it feels good, you can walk your hands forward any amount. Inhale. Exhale. If it feels okay for you to stay, I invite you to take 3 more rounds of your breath right here. When you are complete, if you chose to fold forward, walk your hands back up through center. We'll go ahead and make our way onto our back for the remainder of our practice. So first, coming into our bridge pose, we'll do 2 bridges this morning. And if you would like to take a restorative bridge, I invite you to grab a block or another prop, and I will show you how you can make this a little more restorative. So making your way onto your back, press your feet into the ground. You can bring your arms down by your sides, palms press into the ground as well. If you would like, you can take your block on really any setting and go ahead and place it under your low back. So on your sacrum, so that bony part. And here, if you would like to keep your block here, you can. Or you can take bridge like this. Either way, act as if you are squeezing a block between your thighs, so muscle action here. If you would like a little bit extra here, you can press your right foot to the ceiling. Continue to press your hips any amount higher. Breathe in. On your exhale, you can stay up or lower down. We'll do 1 more bridge. Inhale, lift up wherever you are, or continue to lift higher if you chose to stay up. Wherever you are, awesome job. Breathe in. If you would like, you can press your left foot to the ceiling or sky. Inhale, so strong. Exhale, lower yourself down to your mat. Awesome job. All right, here coming into our final inversion for our practice today. So many different options and so many different opportunities here. I will, I was gonna say invite, but I will offer waterfall this morning. So either restorative with a block, or this can be legs up against the wall. So if you would like to use a block, again, place your block under your low back, your sacrum, and then press both feet to the ceiling. If you want to take an alternate inversion, shoulder stand, or head or handstand, forearm stand. Wherever you are, flex your toes toward your nose. So press out through your heels as if you're holding the ceiling up with your strong legs here. So much gratitude for all our legs do for us every single day. Inhale. Exhale. If it feels okay to stay, I invite you to take 5 more rounds of your breath. On your fifth and final exhale, slowly bend your knees. If you had a block under your low back, you can go ahead and remove it. And we'll take a supine twist. So here, hug your knees into your chest. If you would like, you can take your arms out to a T or to cactus arms. Drop your knees to the left. Take your gaze to the right. And here, really focusing on pressing your right shoulder down into your mat. If you would like a little self-assist, you can take your left hand, place it on top of your right knee. If you'd like a little bit of extra support, you can place a block under your left knee, wherever that feels good. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, bring your knees back through center and drop your knees to the right. Take your gaze to the left. Again, press your left shoulder down into the ground or your mat. If you'd like, you can place your right hand on top of your left knee. Allow yourself to start to soften here as we make our way to the last few postures of our practice today. Inhale. Exhale. Take one final inhale. Exhale, bring your knees back through center. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet to meet, let your knees drop to the long edges. You can have your arms by your sides, or if it feels good and grounding, you can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. An opportunity to acknowledge yourself for creating the space and the time in your schedule, for showing gratitude for all your body does, all your mind does for you every day. The opportunity to just be. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath, and just notice. No need to fix or change. And just notice your breath here. In the very beginning, I offered the opportunity to notice if you felt your breath more in your belly or in your chest. And just notice if it's different or the same. And I invite you to make your way to your final resting posture. So if it feels grounding to stay here, I'll offer a few variations. If you would like to come into extended arms and legs, a personal favorite of mine has been to walk my feet to the very edges of my mat, let my knees fall together for a little extra support in my low back. If lying down on your back does not feel grounding, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position. And I'll come up to the camera. As you set yourself up, I am someone who really enjoys a long Shavasana. And so I really think it's important to allow your body to rest and to take a few moments to just acknowledge and feel all this important work that you have done this morning, today for yourself. And so if it feels safe and comfortable, you can close your eyes, or you can just soften your gaze and just allow your body to rest and to just release, feel heavy, and just allow yourself to settle in for a few moments of rest. I will bring you out of Shavasana in a few moments. So just notice your breath, call to mind your intention of gratitude, and just be here. Nowhere to go, nothing to fix. Shavasana, my friend, take rest. Begin to bring awareness back to your body. Notice your breathing pattern. Begin to bring movement. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can roll your wrists and your ankles. If it feels good, you can move your head from side to side. And when you are ready, make your way to your favorite side. Support your head with your arms. And as we started, we're going to end with a moment of gratitude for our body, for our mind, for our practice this morning, for showing up exactly as we are, exactly as we are not, and just honoring all that is in between. If you would like, you can bring your hands to heart center or bring your hands to your lap. I am beyond grateful that I got to share my practice this morning with you, wherever you are, whatever day it is. And I invite you to move into the rest of your day with gratitude. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I am so thankful again that you decided to join me. My name is Catie. I hope to see you again soon.